I don't want to use the traditional business model of startup, which is raise fund, get investors, and try to grow like this. I wanted to make it my own way. My name is Antoine Boileau. I'm 25 years old. I come from France, east of France, and I created the company named Delicassie in 2015. And we are here to start to export, to try to sell our products here and have the whole world discover it. So on the first hand, we are working with ingredients which we are really selecting in France, and we are working with local ingredients. And our recipe that we are using, the main recipe, is actually a grandmother recipe, which is 400 years old and very traditional from our hometown. The difference with other kind of bread is the spices, and the recipe is not too strong enough. The spices is really tuned to be accurate, so that people will like it. Because of the recipe that we had this recipe in the family for a long time already, and I remember that my grandmother was baking this gingerbread when we were a child with my brother, and on non-day school then we would go to my grandmother's place and bake this recipe. So I was already familiar with the recipe, and the thing that we thought about is it's really hard to find this kind of good product, which is authentic product and traditional. You can just find it during Christmas time, and it's located just in a small part of France, and we wanted to broaden it and to make it available for more people all around the world and during the whole year. Actually, we are located in the eastern part of France, just border to Switzerland. Lorraine. Actually, you can see on the French label that it's from Versailles. Versailles is the name of the original recipe, and this recipe has a real story. In the 18th century, there was about 2 tons of gingerbread which were produced in Versailles, and they were selling it on the market on the Friday. And there is a merchant who came from Germany and from Switzerland who crossed Europe just to get to Versailles to buy this kind of bread, because they really like, and they have it. They wanted to have it available in their store back in Germany and in Switzerland. It was known for the gingerbread. Now people there, the local people, they still know about the recipe, they still know about the story, but you cannot find the product anymore there except our company, which is producing it. Back on time, they produce it with whatever is available as ingredient. They didn't have the shipping method that we have now, the transportation method. So they just do with whatever they have, the flour of the corner, and just take honey from wherever it's from, and the spices. The difference is now we are lucky because we have more modern methods, and we can really select the best ingredients to produce our product. So that's what we do. We still keep it local, but we are really attached to work with high quality ingredients. This is really important for us. I think the key ingredients, it's actually the spices. The spices that we use, it's fine-tuned, and we actually experience many different spices, and with the same spice, which come from 2 different places, you can notice a very big difference. So we really selected, try to mix with others and try to find the accurate proportion. And so the proportion that we define now is just perfect for the use. It's not too strong, it's not too soft, it's just just match with what customer wants. Actually, she's really proud, and she's very humble. So whenever I try to put her in the front to say this is her recipe, and she's still here. Luckily, she's 87 years old and still very active, very dynamic. Whenever I'm in France, I always have lunch there, and she's the one who always cook for the whole family. And yeah, she's really proud and very happy. I think I traveled a lot, and I needed to root back in my hometown and find something traditional, and come out with a business which is really matching with who I am, and which is also promoting the area, because we are living in a rural area which is not industrial one. There is not a lot of people living there, but it's a very nice place, and I really like the place. So by promoting this kind of product, this is also promoting the country, the area, and this is why I liked it. And second reason is I think there is a lot of French product, especially when you talk about food, all around the world, because French is very famous for that. And the thing is, most of the products which are available on the market as of now, it's either industrial or either you don't really know where it comes from. In our case, we really want to show our ingredients, our know-how, the way we do it, the way we produce it, and how French are making it. Because important is, of course, the product is important and it's good, and this is what we are going to eat. But we also want, through the product, to share the culture, to share the know-how, and to share this everything. Actually, the best seller is the ice languette that we have here. We just started with a small sachet like this. At the beginning, it was a 5-piece sachet. Now we upgraded it in a 6-piece sachet. This is our best seller because it's a small quantity and you just can bring it around everywhere. And now we just started a month ago the boxes of languettes, because people really like the product. And you expect it to be very hard and very hard to chew, but then you're surprised. You get really surprised, because when you get into your mouth, then it's melting under the tongue, and the sugar icing is really giving the consistency and the strength of the product. I started the company. I always wanted to promote this in France. And I got this idea while I was browsing the Guinness book. I was thinking, yeah, we should do something about gingerbread, because we have a nice product, and the best way to have it known and to have it shared to other people would be to break a record like this. So that's where we got the idea from. And then at the same time, we did not want to just create a product and break the record, and then that's all. So we needed the support of something. So what we did is we waited for the event named Téléthon in France, which is a humanitarian event against myopathy. And they gave all the benefits to research against myopathy. This is a very famous event back in France. And so we waited for this event, and the whole train, the almost 300 meters train, half of the train were sold to private people who just came to the event to buy it. Then we gave the benefits to the association, and then the other part was not wasted, because we gave it to a charity which is Les Restos du Cœur, means the restaurant of the heart in France, which is feeding people who are in need. And this was just before Christmas time, so actually people really enjoyed it, and it was a pleasure for us to collaborate. I consider Delicassie as a startup because it has a potential of growth, which is, with the international market, I think quite high, and this is the model of a startup. I don't want to use the traditional business model of startup, which is raise funds, get investors, and try to grow like this. I wanted to make it my own way, so sell the products, get the benefits, reinvest it, and then loop it over and over. and as of now it's doing pretty well. We had the support of the bank, who after the first loops of benefits, then this is the time that we asked for lending money, and they helped us, and maybe soon there will be another round. The strategy in France was really good, because we did not have any prospection to do, as all the customers and the stores approached us. They liked the product, they knew about a family, they knew about someone who tried it, and then they directly approached us and asked us, hey, we heard about your product, we tried your product, we like it, so how can we have it in our store? And that's how it started. And as of now, we still don't make any prospection, and this is just on the international part that we need to. It's not even prospection; it's more on promoting. We need to promote the product to have people taste it, make sure they like it, and then it will just follow. Because we strongly believe that there is a high potential for French product in Asia, and Singapore is sort of the platform for Asia, and the quality of life is quite good, and there is a lot of restaurant and wine bar here in Singapore, so that's why we believe that Singapore really like French product. I lived 6 months in Malaysia. I was an exchange student there in Kuching in Borneo, Sarawak. And then after that, I came back to France for 6 months, and I had an internship in Cebu, Philippines, during 10 months while I worked as an innovation team in the automotive industry for an American company. And then after that, I came back to France and complete my studies and start the business. The plan for Delicassie is to develop in as many countries as possible, and then to have the proper structure and the accurate business models in each country. And the plan is to really try to help develop the countries which are currently in the development ongoing, to open stores where there is not the distribution channels. I would like to promote best product from my hometown, which deserve to be promoted in the whole world and to be known in the whole world. This is French product, right? So this should be produced in France. On the first hand, this allows us to keep the control on the quality. If we are the one who produce it in one facility with one recipe and one batch of ingredients, then we can control the whole process of production and make sure that the quality keeps good. We don't want to have it produced in other parts. And second reason for that is I already said that the ingredients are really important and really needs to be very accurate and very precise. And if you have it produced away, then of course there is no sense to have it produced away if the ingredients is imported already. So the best thing to do is just to have it produced in France, control the ingredients, the process, and ship it. Actually, we have 2 different recipes. The grandmother recipe, the traditional one, should last long just 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, if you just wrap it in normal plastic, then it will get spoiled. It will have some fungus which will be developed. So we developed a very special packaging to have a best before date of 6 months minimum. Actually, this plastic is special plastic, which has a high permeability to oxygen, and we use oxygen absorber to avoid the development of the fungus. And that's how we can last on the product, because we do not put any conservative, any preservative, and neither any food colorant in our product. We just want to keep it simple but natural and good, healthy. And the second recipe that we created from the traditional one, but that we modified, this recipe is actually a bit drier, So the dryness will not allow the product to get spoiled, and it will just last long, just like this for it could be for 9 months, but actually we want to keep it 6 months so that we can have a fresh product. Just go, please go, because of course it depends on people, and some people they really need to have a safety net under them. But I would not recommend this. I just recommend go. It does not matter if you don't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about pastries, about baking when I started my business, and I just learned it on the floor by making mistakes and keep going. Keep going. The entrepreneur emotional life is really going up and down many times a day, and but this is what makes it really exciting and fascinating. So just go and whatever. Just be confident and go with the flow.